Feeling overwhelmed by stress? Struggling to focus? Searching for a natural way to boost your mental well-being? Well, look no further than your own breath. That's right. The simple act of breathing holds a surprising power to transform your mind and body. In this video, we're diving deep into the ancient yet cutting-edge practice of counting your breaths, a mindfulness technique that can revolutionize how you handle stress, enhance your focus, and even improve your cognitive function. It might sound too good to be true, but scientific research backs up the incredible benefits of this simple practice. From calming your nervous system to sharpening your memory, counting your breaths is like a secret weapon for your brain. So, if you're ready to unlock the potential of your breath and discover a new level of inner peace and mental clarity, then join me as we explore the fascinating world of breath counting. We'll delve into the science behind it, learn how to do it effectively, and uncover the many ways it can improve your life. Get ready to breathe your way to a calmer, more focused, and happier you. 1. The concept of counting breaths. Have you ever noticed how your breath changes when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Maybe it becomes shallow and rapid, or maybe you even hold your breath without realizing it. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, our breath often becomes an afterthought. But what if I told you that your breath holds a powerful key to unlocking a calmer, more focused mind? Counting your breaths is a simple yet profound mindfulness technique. It's about bringing your full attention to the present moment by focusing on the natural rhythm of your breath. Each inhale and exhale is counted as one breath, and you gently repeat this count with each subsequent breath. It might sound incredibly basic, but this act of counting serves a crucial purpose. By anchoring your attention to your breath, you create a mental anchor in the here and now. Your mind will inevitably wander. That's completely natural. But every time you notice your thoughts drifting away, gently guide your attention back to the sensation of your breath and the counting. This constant redirection strengthens your ability to stay present, much like a muscle getting stronger with exercise. But what's so great about staying present, you might ask? Well, when your mind is focused on the present moment, it's not dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. It's not getting caught up in a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. Instead, it finds a sense of stillness and clarity. This can lead to reduced stress, improved focus, and a greater sense of well-being. It's like stepping off a busy street and into a peaceful oasis, even if just for a few moments. The science behind counting breaths. You might be wondering how something as simple as counting breaths can have such a profound impact on our minds and bodies. Well, the answer lies in the fascinating world of neuroscience and our body's autonomic nervous system. This system is responsible for many of our automatic functions, like breathing, heart rate, and digestion. It has two main branches: the sympathetic nervous system, which revs us up for action, think fight or flight, and the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms us down and promotes relaxation, think rest and digest. When we're stressed, our sympathetic nervous system takes the reins, releasing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This prepares us to deal with perceived threats, but it can also take a toll on our bodies and minds if it's constantly activated. This is where counting your breaths comes in. By focusing on your breath and slowing it down, you send a signal to your brain that it's safe to relax. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which counteracts the stress response. Your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure decreases, and your muscles relax. It's like hitting the brakes on a runaway train. But it's not just about feeling calmer in the moment. Studies have shown that regular practice of breath-focused techniques can lead to lasting changes in the brain, making us more resilient to stress in the long run. For example, a study published in the journal Psychoneuroendocrinology found that mindfulness meditation, which often involves breath awareness, led to a decrease in cortisol levels, and an increase in gray matter in the brain, which is associated with emotional regulation. Simply by taking a few minutes to count your breaths, you can tap into your body's natural relaxation response and restore a sense of calm and balance. 2. How counting breaths reduces stress. But how does something as simple as counting breaths actually reduce stress? It might seem too good to be true, but there's a fascinating interplay of physiological and psychological mechanisms at work. When we experience stress, our bodies go into fight or flight mode. Our heart rate increases, our breathing becomes shallow, and our muscles tense up. This is thanks to our sympathetic nervous system, which prepares us to react to threats. However, when we focus on our breath and count each inhale and exhale, we send a signal to our bodies that it's safe to relax. This activates our parasympathetic nervous system, often called the rest and digest system. It's like flipping a switch from a state of high alert to a state of calm. Our heart rate slows down, our breathing deepens, and our muscles relax. This shift in our physiology has a profound impact on our minds as well. When our bodies are relaxed, our minds naturally follow suit. The act of counting our breaths also helps to prevent an immediate reaction to stressors. Instead of getting caught up in a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions, we create a space between the stimulus and our response. This allows us to choose how we react, rather than being controlled by our initial impulses. It's like hitting the pause button on a movie and giving ourselves a moment to reflect before deciding how to proceed. 3. Mindfulness and cognitive benefits. Now, if you're thinking that stress reduction is the only benefit of counting your breaths, prepare to be amazed. This simple practice also has a profound impact on our cognitive abilities. That is, how we think, learn, and remember. Think of your mind as a muscle that can be trained and strengthened. Mindfulness practices like counting your breaths are like mental workouts that improve focus, memory, and attention. Studies have shown that regular mindfulness practice can lead to structural changes in the brain, particularly in areas associated with attention and memory. Imagine being able to concentrate better at work or school, remembering important details more easily, and making decisions with greater clarity. These aren't just wishful thinking. They're real benefits that have been documented in scientific research. For example, a study published in the journal Psychological Science found that mindfulness training improved participants' ability to focus and ignore distractions. And it's not just about short-term gains. The long-term benefits of incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine are even more impressive. Research suggests that mindfulness can protect against age-related cognitive decline and even reduce the risk of developing dementia. It's like investing in a retirement plan for your brain, ensuring that it stays sharp and agile for years to come. So, by simply taking a few minutes each day to count your breaths, you're not just calming your mind in the moment. You're also cultivating a sharper, more resilient mind that will serve you well throughout your life. 4. Practical steps to count your breaths. Ready to give it a try? Counting your breaths is surprisingly easy and can be done virtually anywhere, anytime. Whether you're waiting in line, sitting at your desk, or simply taking a break, you can tap into this powerful tool for calm and focus. Here's a simple guide to get you started. Find a comfortable position. Sit in a chair with your back straight or lie down if you prefer. You can even do this while walking or standing. The key is to be comfortable and relaxed. Close your eyes. Optional. Closing your eyes can help to minimize distractions and deepen your focus. But if you prefer to keep them open, that's perfectly fine too. Notice your breath. Start by simply observing your breath as it flows in and out naturally. Don't try to change it. Just notice the sensation of your chest or abdomen rising and falling. Begin counting. As you inhale, silently count 1. As you exhale, count 2. Continue counting with each breath cycle until you reach 10, Gently redirect. Your mind will wander. That's completely normal. When you notice your thoughts drifting away, gently bring your attention back to your breath and start the count again. Repeat. You can continue counting your breaths for as long as you'd like. Even a few minutes of this practice can make a difference. Tips for beginners. Start small. If you're new to mindfulness, begin with just a few minutes of breath counting and gradually increase the duration as you get more comfortable. Be patient. Don't get discouraged if your mind wanders frequently at first. With practice, you'll find it easier to stay focused. Make it a habit. Try incorporating breath counting into your daily routine, perhaps first thing in the morning, during your lunch break, or before bed. Be kind to yourself. Mindfulness is about acceptance and non-judgment. If you find yourself getting frustrated, take a deep breath and start again. Remember, counting your breaths is a journey, not a destination. It's about cultivating a deeper connection with yourself and your present experience. 5. Incorporating counting breaths into daily life. The beauty of counting your breaths is that it's not just a formal meditation practice. It's a tool you can carry with you and use whenever you need it, seamlessly integrating it into your daily life. Think of those little pockets of time throughout your day, waiting for the coffee to brew, sitting in traffic, or even standing in line at the grocery store. These are perfect opportunities to sneak in a few rounds of breath counting. No one will even know you're doing it. But it's not just about filling in the gaps. Counting your breaths can be especially helpful in stressful situations. Imagine you're about to give a presentation, and your nerves are starting to fray. Take a moment to close your eyes, focus on your breath, and start counting. This simple act can help to calm your racing heart and bring you back to the present moment. Or perhaps you're having a disagreement with a loved one, and tensions are running high. Before you react, pause and take a few mindful breaths. This can create a much-needed space between the trigger and your response, allowing you to choose your words and actions more wisely. The key is to make counting your breaths a regular practice. The more you do it, the easier it becomes to access that state of calm and focus whenever you need it. It's like having a secret weapon in your back pocket, ready to deploy whenever stress or anxiety rears its head. And the best part? You don't need any special equipment or a dedicated space. Your breath is always with you, waiting to be rediscovered as a source of peace and clarity. As we've explored in this video, counting your breaths is more than just a simple act. It's a gateway to a calmer mind, a more focused brain, and a greater sense of well-being. It's a tool that's always available to you, no matter where you are or what you're doing. By tapping into the power of your breath, you can reduce stress and anxiety, activate your body's natural relaxation response, and counteract the effects of the fight or flight mode, improve focus and concentration, strengthen your attentional muscles, and enhance your ability to stay present, boost memory and cognitive function, promote structural changes in the brain that support learning and memory, cultivate emotional balance, create a space between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose your reactions more wisely. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed, stressed, or simply need a mental break, remember the power of your breath. Take a few minutes to count your breaths and experience the transformative effects of this simple yet profound practice. Incorporating breath counting into your daily routine is an investment in your mental and cognitive health. It's a small step that can lead to big changes, helping you to live a calmer, more focused, and ultimately happier life. Your breath is your anchor, your guide, and your source of inner peace. So, breathe deeply, count mindfully, and embrace the tranquility that awaits you.